Good morning, everybody. This is your first phonics lesson from home. Well done if you've managed to find this video. So we're going to have a look at our tricky words today. So let's see what Rex and Kathy have got to say. Kathy's saying, "Hi everybody, it's me, Kathy. We hope you're having a fabulous time at home. Are you ready for phonics?" Yep, definitely am, Kathy. Rex says, "Hi, it's me, Rex, as well. We're here and ready to learn some new words with you." Well, that's exciting, Rex. Okay, should we have a look then? Let's see what our tricky words are going to be for today. Oh, Rex, it's tricky word day, yippee. And Kathy's saying, "Time for you to read some words." So we need to read some of the words that Rex and Kathy have given to us. Oh, right, I want you to have a go at reading this word. If you find it a bit tricky, then try sounding it out, but we'll look at the parts that are tricky in a moment. If you can read it, have a go at reading it. Do that now. Fabulous, right. So I'm going to sound this one out and let's see if you can hear which bit is tricky. B, U, T, I, F, U. Beautiful. So our word is beautiful. It's quite a tricky word, so I'm going to have a look at the tricky parts now. So, did you manage to find the tricky parts? The tricky bit is E-A-U. That says you in this word. And the other part was the says O in this word. So, B-U-T-I-F-U. Really tricky. So the EA and the U is a trigraph for the sound U. Okay, let's have a look at the next word. Now this one isn't a tricky word for us. It is for some people in this country, but it's not tricky for us. So you can sound this one out. If you know it, you can read it. Okay, super job. I'm going to sound this one out then. So it's fast. Not tricky for us, just one of our two words. So let's have a look at the next word. The next word is up there on the screen for you, so it's ready for you to sound it out. Fabulous. So I'm going to sound it out this time. It is last. If you read it, that's absolutely fine. You know that word, that's absolutely fine. So let's have a look at the next one. Okay, sound this one out. If you know it already, you can just say it. Super. So I'm going to sound this one out then. Past. So the last three words that we've just done, some parts of the country say this in a different way, but because we don't, it's not tricky for us. It just happens to be one of our two words. Right, let's have a look at the next part. Kathy says, "Great reading. Can you find the tricky words hidden near other words?" Right, so you know how this goes. We've got our 4 tricky words: beautiful, last, fast, and past. And I want you to have a look and see if you can find them and read them. Fantastic. Okay, did you spot them? They were beautiful, last there, past on the bottom row, and fast at the end. Well done if you spotted them. Let's move on. Super. Can you find and read the tricky words in these sentences? Right, so now we've got to have a look at these sentences. What I want you to do is read it to yourself, read it out loud, think about what the sentence is telling you. And then once you've thought about what the sentence is telling you, you can find the tricky words in the sentence. Super well done if you've read that and you've had a little think about what it's saying. So when I read it, I spotted some of the tricky words. The beginning we've got last. Then there was beautiful, an adjective to describe the sunset. And fast at the end of that sentence. And then past at the end of the second sentence. So when I read this, I was thinking about it and I thought, last week. So I know that's in the past because last week means the week that we've just had. Someone saw, because it says someone saw a beautiful sunset. That's when the sun is going down in the evening, ready for night time. But then it says the sun went down so fast, and that means that when the sun's going down, it's disappearing onto the horizon. The horizon is where the furthest distance that you can see when you're standing or looking out the window, or if you're walking along somewhere, that's the furthest place that you can see. But then that person, after the sun went down fast, which it quite often does, later, after that happened, they were looking at some photos, and they were from the past. So that means that it was either last week, they could have been from last month, they could have been from last year, or they might be photos that are really old, maybe 100 years old. Who knows? We don't know that part. We just know it was from the past. Right, let's move on to the next bit. Oh, here's Kathy again. Well, hello. I knew you could do it. Now it's your turn. Do the worksheet and highlight the words mixed in with others. Then find and read the tricky words in the sentences. Fantastic. Right, so this is what they've given us to do. It says highlight. That means to colour the words which we have been learning today. Fast, past, last, and beautiful. There are 4 words in the top section mixed in with all the other words. And then at the bottom we've got the sentences, and you need to find and read them in these sentences as well. Try and think about what the sentences are saying as well. So I want you to have a go at that. If your mum or dad or whoever's looking after you has managed to print this off, then you can do that at home on your table and pause the video. If not, you can pause the video and you can have a look on the screen in front of you. All right, you might not be able to highlight it, but just have a go. Okay, you can pause the video now. Right, I'm going to move on. Well done if you found all those words, that's super. Next, let's have a look what Rex says. Fabulous. Now the letters have got all jumbled up. Put the letters in the correct order so that they spell this week's tricky words. Right, so I'm just going to close this down. Now, the first one up here is last. So I want you to have a go at segmenting that. Super. Right. Now I'm going to have a go and you can listen or you can join in with me. Last. Okay, so the first sound is absolutely correct. So I'm going to put that one up. That's the first sound and delete the L from there. So there's L. What's the next sound? Brilliant. It is A. So I'm going to delete the A from there and put the letter A up at the top. What's the next sound in this word? Super. It is the letter S, the sound S. So I'm going to delete the letter S from there and put it at the top. And you can see what the last one is. The last one is T. The last sound is T. So I'm going to put the T at the top and delete the T there. So I'm going to sound this one out. St. Last. And that's got the letters L, A, S and T. Right, let's have a look at the next word. The next word is past. So have a go at segmenting that one. Super job. Okay, so I'm going to segment this one. It is past, and the whole word together is past. So, can you tell me which is the first sound that you can hear? Super job. It is a P. So I'm going to put the P there and delete the letter P from the bottom. What's the next sound then? Great, it's A. Okay, and delete the letter A from the bottom. We've put it at the top. This is the sound A. What's the next one then? Super job. So we're going to put the S. I'm going to put the S at the top and delete the one from the bottom. Okay, and we can see again, last letter and the last sound is, you got it. Okay, I'm going to put a T at the top and delete the T at the bottom. So past. We've got the letters P, A, S and T. Right, super job. Next job we've got to do is segment the word fast. Right, you have a go first then. Super job. So I'm going to have a go. So fast is fast. What's the first sound? You got it. It's so I'm going to put the F at the top and delete the F from the bottom, the letter F. What's the next sound in fast? Brilliant. It's the A sound. So I'm going to write the letter A there and I'm going to delete the A from the bottom. Super. What's the next one? You got it. It was S. So I'm going to write the S at the top and delete the letter S from the bottom. S. Right, what's the last one? I'm sure you know it. Absolutely, it's T. I'm going to put the letter T at the top and delete the one from the bottom. So we've got fast. Super. Last of all, it's our tricky one. Really, really tricky. So let's have a go first of all at sounding this one out. Off you go. Have a go on your own first. Well done. So now it's my turn. Beautiful. Now let's do the first sound. You're correct. It is B. I'm going to write the B at the top and delete the B from the bottom. Now, what sounds next? Well done. You're absolutely right. It's U. So now I'm going to have to spell the U sound. The U sound here is a trigraph and it has got 3 letters, which obviously means it's got 3 letters in it to make the U sound. So let's pop those in. They are, can you tell me? Super job if you remembered. So it is the E, the A and the U, and together they make the sound U. So I'm going to delete the letter A, E and U from the bottom. So we've got B and U. Next we need the next sound. So can you tell me what that is? Super job. It's the T. I'm going to write the letter T at the top and delete the letter T at the bottom. But U T. Now, what's the next sound, guys? You're right. It's the I. Beauty. I'm going to delete the I from the bottom and I've written the letter I at the top. Beauty. Now, let's have a go. What's the next sound? Super job. It was the beauty. Well done. So I'm going to put the letter F at the top. I'm going to delete the letter F at the bottom. That's its name. But can you remember the next sound? Brilliant job. It's oh. And I'm going to write the in there because the makes the sound in this word. And we can see the last letter is anyway. So beautiful. So we've got last, past, fast, and beautiful. Well done if you've managed to sound those out really well yourself. Okie doke. Right, let's move on. Rex says, great, now you have to write the word 10 times each. Try to remember how to spell it each time that you write it. Okay, so again, if your parents or whoever's looking after you's managed to print this off, you have got to write each word at least 10 times. Try to remember how to spell it each time you write it. So have a look at the letters, cover it up, write it, and then check to see if you've got it correct. So each time cover it up and make sure it's correct. All right. So I want you to, if you haven't got printed this off, then I want you to do it on a piece of paper that you've got at home. And if you're doing that, I would suggest that you pause the video now. Fantastic. Right, well done. Let's move on to the next thing then. Oh, okay. Rex says, I tried to use the word beautiful in a sentence. Can you check if this makes sense? Right, read the sentence that Rex has written. Okay, so I'll have a go at reading it. There was a beautiful in the garden. So that's a bit of a strange sentence. There was a beautiful in the garden. That's making me think there was a beautiful what? So I've got the adjective beautiful. Rex has got the adjective beautiful, but it hasn't got what it's describing. There was a beautiful something in the garden. Okay, can you think what word Rex might have missed out that is beautiful and it's in the garden? Super. So, have you thought of one? You might have thought of there was a beautiful bird, or there was a beautiful flower, or there was a beautiful tree, or there was a beautiful plant. It could have been any of those really, something that's beautiful and that's in the garden. Maybe not a slug though, because they're not too beautiful. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, Kathy, did it sound correct, children? It doesn't quite make sense. I think you missed a word out, Rex. I'll help you. Oh, look, she's helped him. There was a beautiful butterfly in the garden. Okay, so she's helped him. There was a beautiful butterfly in the garden. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that, Kathy. Right, let's move on. Rex says, great. Thank you, everyone, for your help. Now it's your turn to have a go, children. Write a sentence with each word in. Okay. So here's another piece of paper. You can either use this one or you can write it on a blank piece of paper if your parents or whoever's looking after you has not been able to print this off. You can write it on a piece of paper. Write a sentence with each word in. Remember to use capital letters and full stops correctly and use your neatest handwriting. Check it makes sense after you've written it. So you need to have a go at doing that. You've got beautiful, fast, past and last there. Think about what sentence you could write first. I want you to think about it, say it out loud, and then have a go at writing it down. Okay, guys, well done. That's it for today. Kathy says, you have done well today, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow. Brilliant. So I'll see you again tomorrow. Well done for your hard work today.